Greetings, everyone. And let me adjust this. Welcome to the new moon in Virgo. So happy to have all of you here tonight. And this is also the day before Rosh Hashanah, the Jewish New Year, and just the last bit of summer before we're at the autumn equinox. So I'm Sherry Froman, aka Hugg-Ma. And this is now my 10th Harbin Hot Springs sponsored Facebook Live event. And let me show you my altar that we're using for tonight. As you check it out, we've got a lot of little Virgo accoutrements on there. We've got a tree goddess. We have some wheat sheaths. We have grapes, which are in season right now, and figs, a few tarot cards, the four elements, the white lilies to represent purity. And it's overall a very earthy vibe since Virgo is an earth sign. Hope you enjoy that. And so what I love about honoring the new and the full moon every month and continuing to honor it regularly is that it reminds us that we're still on time, still part of a cycle, still part of nature, and the earth is still holding us and supporting us even through a strange era like what we're in right now. So for those of you who are new to being a part of these moon events, my ritual style is a mix of earth-based spirituality, a little bit of personal growth, and fairy tale-like storytelling. Sherry tales, ceremonies. And I've had an interest in astrology and since I was like maybe a teenager. And my dad used to tell me stories about Greek myths as well as educate me on the constellations, throughout my childhood. So that's a little bit about where my background comes from. And for a few moon ceremonies now, I've been experimenting with creating my own musical soundtrack for the journey, mostly for the second half. And between doing a mashup of various songs and chants and having friends sing, it's been a fun ride playing with the musical creation for these gatherings, as well as doing some visual imagery as well, which you're going to be seeing quite a bit of during this. So as far as Harbin Hot Springs go, Harbin has been reopened for about a month now, but due to the pandemic, Lake County still is not allowing for public gatherings to happen. So that's why I continue to host these rituals through Facebook Live. And many guests of Harbin from its recent incarnation don't know about Harbin's spiritual history. There were so many moon ceremonies and rituals that happened on the property, as well as all kinds of other ceremonies. There was the 8 Sabbath gatherings, like for the solstices and the equinoxes. There was kirtan chanting, pipe ceremonies, sweat lodges, teepee circles, tantra classes, yoga classes, meditation. I mean, the list was endless. And before the fires, there were all kinds of sacred structures and altars all over Harbin property. So if you plan on going back to Harbin, please remember that Harbin isn't just a hot spring retreat, but a place for all different types of spiritual engagement, different rituals, ceremonies, and more, as they've been happening at Harbin property for millenniums by the native people, which are the Pomo and the Miwok of the land. So even though we're not currently on Harbin property, we're still connected energetically to the spirits of the earth and the water and the magic of being in ceremony together. So thank you all for being here tonight. So since we're now in the zodiac sign of Virgo, and Virgo is ruled by the element of earth, as briefly as you can, find an object that can represent the element of earth to be with you during this journey. It can be a stone, a rock, a ceramic object, a piece of clay, animal antlers, a drum, a plant, flowers, food, branches, vegetables, anything physical that really calls to you. And so now once we have this object, while holding and connecting with it in some way, we're going to start by calling in the directions, which is tradition to do with ceremonies like these. And there's many directions to honor here, both new and old. So start by closing your eyes and taking some deep breaths. And while facing the direction that you are sure is east, we're going to start by going with the East. I'd like to welcome the spirits of the East, place of the morning sun, of springtime, of newness and innocence, of the birds and the fairies. Welcome, spirits of the East. Be with us tonight. Blessed be. And now everyone turn 90 degrees to your right, so you're facing south. And I'd like to call in the spirits of the South, the place of fire and passion, of the summer sun, of warmth and self-expression, of the dragon and the phoenix. We'd like to welcome you, spirits of the South, and be with us tonight. Blessed be. And now turn another 90 degrees to your right. We're going to call in the spirits of the West. Spirits of the West, the place of autumn, element of water, the oceans, rivers, and all the places of the fluid elements. We'd like to welcome you, spirits of the West, with your dolphin, whale, and fishy energy. We welcome you here tonight. Blessed be. And turn another 90 degrees to your right, so you're facing north. I'd like to welcome the spirits of the North, place of winter time, the frozen earth, of the buffalo and the snowy leopard, place of wisdom and going internally. We'd like to welcome spirits of the North. Welcome you tonight. Blessed be. And I'd like to call in the spirits of above, the sun, the moon, the stars, all of the celestial beings and all of your heavenly light. We'd like to welcome you and thank you. Blessed be. And I'd like to call in the spirits of below, the place of the animals, the plants, the nurturing sustenance of the earth herself, and everything that grows from beneath us. We'd like to welcome you, spirits from below, and be with us here tonight. Blessed be. And I'd like to call in the spirits of the center, the place of our own inner circle, our own place of balance and solitude. We'd like to welcome you, spirits of the center, and for being with us here tonight. Blessed be. And I'd like to call in the human spirits, starting with the sacred masculine. Welcome, sacred masculine, in all of your formations, the fathers, the grandfathers, the uncles, the brothers, and the sons. Welcome, sacred masculine. You are so loved, and your presence is so needed. Blessed be. And I'd like to call in the sacred feminine, the grandmothers, the mothers, the aunties, the sisters, and the daughters. Thank you so much, sacred feminine. We love you and so appreciate your presence tonight. Blessed be. And I'd like to call in the elder spirits, our ancestors, those who've walked this land before us, those who are still with us and have moved beyond. Thank you, elder spirits. You are so welcome, and we're honored to have you here tonight. Blessed be. And I'd like to call in the child spirits, the infant, the one who crawls, the one who runs and plays. All of you in your childlike beings, teaching us how to have fun and be lighthearted. The children are welcome tonight. Blessed be. And lastly, I'd like to call in the mixed spirits, those who walk many paths, many identities, swing in many directions. We are so honored to have you here tonight, walking the path of the rainbow. Welcome and blessed be. The circle is cast. We are between the worlds. So, we're now in the new moon of Virgo. And Virgo energy is about hard work, tending to details, being creative and refined, and having a strong sense of intellect. Many artists, crafters, landscapers, and other careers that involve beauty mixed with detail are found in the sign of Virgo. And Virgo lands during the time of year when the harvest season is upon us. So hence the hard work in connecting with the earth. And Virgo is one of the 3 different earth signs, the others being Taurus and Capricorn. And while Taurus is the sign of materialism and possessions, and Capricorn is the business leader or the executive, Virgo is the worker, the busy bee, the one who deals with all the hard stuff and makes amazing, beautiful things happen. So Virgo is known as the sign of the Virgin, which has many meanings. It's not just about sexuality, but something that hasn't been exploited in some way. A virgin forest, for example, or virgin olive oil, which is olive oil in its purest form. The symbol for Virgo is a maiden holding a sheath of wheat. And she's got many different identities, one being Demeter, the goddess of the grain, Persephone, the goddess of the harvest, and in Egyptian mythology, it was a time when the sun was in the constellation Virgo, marking the beginning of the wheat harvest, thus connecting Virgo back to the wheat grain and the last summer harvest season. So the most specific maiden for Virgo is the goddess Astrea. And in Greek mythology, she was the last immortal to abandon Earth at the end of the Silver Age and right before the Iron Age, and when tools and weapons were invented by humans. So fleeing from this new wickedness of humanity, she ascended to heaven to become the constellation Virgo. And due to Astrea's departure from Earth during a tumultuous time, she is seen as a time of cleansing, renewal, and purification. So as intense as the fires are that we've been having, it's certainly its own form of the earth doing a deep cleanse on herself to prepare the soil for the next incarnation of growth and renewal. And with the pandemic, many of us have been focusing on staying healthy, doing cleanses, noticing the little things that makes us feel happy and whole. The time of Virgo is about hard work and commitment, and being aware of all the details that make things beautiful and nourishing, cleaning out the old and bringing on the new, and enjoying the fruits of the labor. Even during rough times, everything is always transforming and going into its next state. So we're actually in the new moon of Virgo, and the new moon is always in the same sign as what the sun is in. And the new moon starts the beginning of each cycle, and it's where the sun and the moon are the most aligned. And when starting over, anything is possible. So now, while breathing deep into our hearts, we're going to be doing a group healing call out. Thinking about everyone and everything that we'd like to send out some love and healing to. And to do this, close your eyes and imagine your heart being fully open, allowing all feelings to come through, the intensity of what's inside of you coming out. And when you're ready, we're all going to be verbally calling in healing for those who are needing it in the world. Who are you sending your healing out to? What are you sending your healing out to? We'll have a couple of minutes and begin. I'm sending out healing to all the wonderful people out there who've lost property in the fires recently. And I'm sending out healing to all the families of the loved ones who were lost, either in the fires or in the pandemic. I'm sending out healing to the earth herself during all these tumultuous times, and sending healing to the planet. May global warming go gently on us, please. Imagining those people or beings receiving you fully. Imagining them transforming into being all that they could be. Imagine them opening up to transformation, becoming healthy and whole. And coming back into the space and taking a deep breath and shake it out. And maybe one more time. A lot going on right now. So in traditional Western astrology, the sun is considered the masculine and the moon is considered feminine. And they don't reflect gender, only energies. And today, the sun represents the light solar masculine version of Virgo, and the moon represents the dark feminine version of Virgo. So even though the symbol for Virgo is represented by a female figure, another deity for Virgo is the male god named Hephaestus, the Greek god of the forge and the craft. Currently, the planet Mercury both co-rules Gemini and Virgo, but due to the idea that there is a 10th planet out there, and that planet was named Vulcan, that planet was given over to Virgo. And the Greek name for Vulcan is Hephaestus. So Hephaestus represents the masculine version of Virgo, while the female goddesses of the asteroid belt, named Ceres, aka Demeter, Pallas, aka Athena, Juno, aka Hera, and Vesta, aka Hestia, those goddesses represent the human affairs of the feminine side of Virgo. When the mystical beauty of these female deities and the hardworking craft of the male god Hephaestus merge together, what does beauty combined with craft make? Art. Art is a physical embodiment of a balance of masculine and feminine, and strong creative and artistic traits that are found in Virgo energy. So being that the Virgo energy is somewhat perfection-oriented, during this time we may pick at our flaws and find reasons to self-criticize. And too much self-criticism can hold us back and prevent us from being happy with who we really are and what we have. Why do we criticize ourselves like that? And how can we realize once and for all that we're perfect the way we are? How can we let go of those beliefs and stories? What no longer serves us that we wish to say goodbye to? So you'll now have an opportunity to think of what it is that you're ready to release and be done with once and for all. So feel free to stand up, get into a comfortable space where you could move your body around. And whether it be a feeling, a state of consciousness, a physical hindrance, something situational, you'll have a few minutes, and since we're all in our private domain, release like no one is watching, because technically no one is. And begin. I'm releasing, feeling like I'm not doing enough during this time. I'm releasing any old feelings of depression. I'm releasing feelings of helplessness. I'm releasing past stories that no longer serve me. Releasing stories that I'm not good enough. Releasing old hurts from past dynamics. Call it out. Let it be. Be released. Set it free. Call it out. Let it be. Be released. Set it free. Call it out. Let it be. Be released. Set it free. Phew. Letting all of that just go and merge off into the ethers. So as you stand, imagine being in a beautiful, fertile field. A field that's been turned golden yellow by the late summer sun. Virgo is an earth sign and lands during a time of ripeness. The end of August, during a time when things are fertile. And it's mostly in September when the edible crops are ready for picking and for being eaten. Virgo rules the intestines and digestion, so it's perfect that it lands during such an abundant time of food and nourishment. So start by rubbing your hands together and then place your hands anywhere on your physical body, anywhere where you can use some nourishment and love. Maybe it's your belly, needing a bit of touch to help get the energy moving. Maybe somewhere else that's calling to you. The earth element involves the physical aspects of who we are. So when you've placed your hands on your body, feel that you have now become the empowered Virgo healer and craftsmaker, capable of balancing the earth and harmonizing its opposing forces. Virgo is that aspect who knows the right herb or the proper incantation to fix any problem. This energy is observant, discerning, and analytical. See the world bathed in the purifying light of your offering. See all mouths being fed, the soil being watered, the leaders making peaceful decisions. Whatever rings true for you, see the world transforming with this newfound vision, growing peaceful and calm. And with your gift of healing being offered to the world, imagine yourself as if you're a tall wheat plant growing in this field, being firmly rooted to the earth while still being blown around to the wind, the pollen flying whichever way you choose it to go, to wind up planted somewhere else to grow all over again next year. Taking your visions of transformation and healing with you, moving around in whichever way feels right to you, feeling the elements of the night sky on your body, feeling the ripeness in your skin, your bones, your blood. Since we're in the time of the new moon, and the new moon is all about setting intentions, we're now going to take your earth object into your hands and squat down where you're at, imagining being on the rich earth, taking in the scent of the land. If you were to set an intention from your hidden depths, of your deepest places in your heart, something that has yet to be surfaced, what would that be? What would you like to see happen that you want to share with the world between now and the next full moon? While holding your object in your hands, feel free to say out loud what that is, and continue to name as many things as you wish for the next minute or so. And move your body as you desire, feeling your truth, and naming your intentions out loud, calling it out for the world to hear. My intention is to have more fun in a safe way. My intention is to practice more yoga, to tell people that I love them, to enjoy life. My intention is to be happy. My intention is to spend as much time with the earth as I can before the winter season kicks in. And coming to a close. And imagine your earthy object now becoming a seed that is ready to be planted and stay burrowed in the upcoming cold winter earth, staying dormant until next year to grow alive again. Placing your object on the floor or ground, and imagine covering it up with soil, giving it love, sending all the intentions and healing abilities into its essence, putting in creativity, art, and beauty, imagining it as perfect as you want it to be. And as you finish planting your earthy object, stand up if you aren't already, and come to a place of quiet. Imagining the transformation that is happening to your earthy object, now starting to change inside of you. Imagine you being healed, you being whole, you being transformed. And now feel free to say out loud what feeling this whole is really like for you. You can popcorn out any words that come to mind and begin. Peaceful, caring, grounded, full, rich, loving, wholesome, wise, free, trusting, joyous, powerful, clear, and coming to a close. And notice how it feels to be perfect, exactly where you are. Feeling a lot better now. Notice that when we do the hard work, amazing results will follow. So enjoy this time of the Virgo new moon, enjoying the transition into the autumn season and the seeds of change, of being creative and refined, intellectual and earthy, and true to yourself always. And thank you so much. And now we're going to give a closing poem to honor the sign of Virgo. All right. Like the planet we stand on, Virgo is solid and true. No job is too hard for this earth sign to do. Always ready to serve and bring order to messes. They bring practical answers with logic, not guesses. Much too hard on themselves, Virgos need to see the ways. Their kind, thoughtful care helps to brighten others' days. Okay. And so now we're going to close the directions. Everyone stand facing the east, just like we did before. We want to thank the spirits of the east. Thank you for your innocence and your kindness. Stay if you will, go if you must. You're always welcome. Blessed be. And turning to face the south, thank you, spirits of the south, for blessing us with your fire and your passion. Stay if you will, go if you must. You're always welcome. Blessed be. And turning to face the west, thank you, spirits of the west, for blessing us with your water and emotions. Stay if you will, go if you must. You're always welcome. Blessed be. And turning to face the north, thank you, spirits of the north, for blessing us with your earthly wisdom. Stay if you will, go if you must. You're always welcome. Blessed be. And thanking the spirits of above for blessing us with your heavenly light. Stay if you will, go if you must. You're always welcome. Blessed be. And thanking the spirits of below for blessing us with your nurturing sustenance. Stay if you will, go if you must. You're always welcome. Blessed be. And thanking the spirits of the center for blessing us with a place of balance and wholeness. Stay if you will, go if you must. You're always welcome. Blessed be. And thanking the human spirits, the masculine, the feminine, the elders, the children, and the mixed spirits. You are always welcome. Thank you, and blessed be. The circle is now open, yet unbroken. Merry meet and merry part and merry meet again. Woohoo! So I want to do a brief thank you to some of the musicians. We've got Tom Latinand, Suzanne Sterling, Brian Travis, and some of the other artists and their donations. Their websites are going to be up at the end of the ceremony. They'll be in the closing credits of this broadcast. And so these rituals aren't anything without all of you participating. Even though I can't see you, your presence means so much to me, just knowing that you're here on the other side. And speaking of fabulous participants, my wonderful friend, Marion Berry, is having her birthday today. Happy birthday, Marion. We love you, Sister Virgo. Mwah. And so the next ceremony is going to be Thursday, October 1st for the full moon in Aries and the Hunter moon. Looking forward to seeing you all then. And I warmly accept donations through PayPal or Venmo. Feel free to private message me and I'll give you my info. Thank you. Enjoy the music and blessed be.